Have you ever been at a gas station and just kind of wondered, how did this fuel even get here? Well, a massive part of that journey involves these processes with really, really complex names like hydrotreating and hydrocracking. They sound super intimidating, I know, but they are absolutely the key to turning crude oil into the stuff we use every single day. So let's decode them.
Okay, let's just dive right in. The names sound so alike, right? You'd think they're basically the same thing. But inside a refinery, the difference is gigantic. It's the difference between getting slightly cleaner gasoline or creating brand new jet fuel from scratch. So what is the real difference between treating and cracking?
Well, it turns out the secret ingredient, the one thing that makes both of these processes even possible, is hydrogen. You see, refineries use hydrogen to completely transform petroleum products, making them cleaner, way more stable, and a whole lot more valuable. Honestly, you can think of hydrogen as the master key that unlocks the potential of crude oil. All right, so first up, let's talk about the purification process. And for that, we're going to start with hydrotreating.
So what in the world is hydrotreating? Well, the easiest way to think about it is like a giant industrial-scale cleaning operation for fuel. It uses that hydrogen we just talked about to hunt down and strip out all the nasty stuff. Impurities like sulfur and nitrogen that cause pollution and can really mess up an engine.
The main goal here is really simple: purification. It's all about washing the fuel, making it cleaner and more stable so it burns better. This whole thing happens under pretty moderate heat and pressure. And here's the key takeaway. It cleans the fuel, but it doesn't actually change what the fuel is. The basic molecules stay the same. It's just a really, really important prep step for everything else that happens in the refinery.
Okay, so once the fuel is all washed and clean, what's next? Well, now we get to move on to the next level, the conversion process. This is where we get into hydrocracking, and as you're about to see, this is a whole different ballgame. So if hydrotreating is like cleaning, then hydrocracking, well, that's like a complete molecular reconstruction. It also uses hydrogen, but for a much more dramatic purpose. It takes these big, heavy, low-value molecules and literally cracks them apart, rebuilding them into smaller, lighter, and way more valuable stuff.
Yeah, the goal here isn't just cleaning anymore, it's total conversion. And to pull that off, you need some serious muscle. We're talking much higher temperatures and way higher pressures. The end result isn't just a cleaner version of what you started with. You get entirely new products like top-tier diesel and jet fuel. This is where the real money is made in a refinery, by turning cheap, heavy gunk into the premium fuels everybody needs.
Okay, so we've got purification with hydrotreating and we have conversion with hydrocracking. Now let's kind of zoom out and get the full picture to see how this all fits together.
I mean, we know they're different, but they're obviously related, right? They both happen in a refinery, they both use hydrogen. So is there one single term that kind of covers this whole family of operations?
And yes, there is. The big umbrella term for all of this is hydroprocessing. Just think of it as the family name. Any process inside that refinery that uses hydrogen to treat petroleum, well, that's hydroprocessing.
So you can imagine hydroprocessing having different levels of intensity. You've got your foundational step, the basic purification, that's hydrotreating, and then you have the much more intense, complex conversion step, and that's hydrocracking. Both of them live under that same hydroprocessing roof, they just have very different jobs to do.
All right, we've gone from the wash cycle to a complete rebuild and seen the big picture. So for our conclusion, let's just lock in everything we've learned by summarizing the key differences one last time.
Look, if you take away just one single thing today, let it be this. Hydrotreating is for purification. It just cleans the fuel. Hydrocracking is for conversion. It transforms the fuel into something new. That's it. It really is that simple at its core.
And we can see it so clearly when we put them side by side. The primary goal for hydrotreating, just purification, removing those impurities. For hydrocracking, full-on conversion, making new, lighter products. Because of that, hydrocracking is, you guessed it, a way more complex process. And finally, the value add. One improves quality and stability, which is great, but the other creates entirely new, higher value products. It's a pretty powerful distinction. So the next time you're at the pump or you see a plane flying overhead, you'll know a little bit more about the incredible chemistry that made it all happen. These hidden processes, this purification and conversion, are working around the clock to create the fuel that powers our world. And it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other essential invisible processes are shaping our daily lives right now?